Hello and welcome back to the MedBoys channel. My name is Nimit and I'm a third year neuroscience and psychology student at the University of Toronto, just like my friends here, Nimit and Rushil. We have all been students at the University of Toronto, the best and the most competitive university in Canada, for about 2.5 years now. We wanted to share some of the insights we have gained over this time to help students make a decision about their future.
So let's get started. Number 1, getting a high GPA isn't as hard as everyone makes it to be. Whenever we tell anyone that we go to UofT, the first question is always about how hard the program is. To be fair, some people do call UofT UofTers. However, in our experience, it isn't that hard to maintain a fairly high GPA if you do all the work on time and put in consistent effort. Another important thing is to look for a group of friends as soon as you enter UofT, as having a support group in your program will help you immensely.
Number 2, your marks are highly dependent on your professors. This has been the case in our experience, but comment down below on what your thoughts are for this topic. So this can actually be a good thing or a bad thing. Some professors are very lenient, so you'll be getting that esteemed 4.0 fairly easily, whereas some professors make it basically impossible for you to achieve this through their difficult assignments. Since this isn't in our hands, we just have to keep working hard as students and hope the professor gives us the marks that we deserve. One way to potentially combat this on your side is by taking courses with professors you have already had experience with so that you know what you're getting yourself into.
Number 3, there are major differences between UofT campuses. This is very true. UTSG, UTSC, and UTM are very different places. UTSG has the most prestige and the premier faculty, but their students often complain about the depressing environment and cutthroat peers. In our experience, UTSC and UTM are more tight-knit communities where making friends is relatively easier and people are more friendly and welcoming.
Number 4, it is extremely easy to fall behind because of the sheer amount of work. Especially in our program, we're always drowning in assignments and it's very easy to just forget to do some of them. This is why a support system is so important, as your friends can remind you to work on the tasks you may have forgotten.
Number 5, professors are very approachable and friendly. This is one thing we were all surprised about since we've heard so many negative comments about it. The majority of the professors we've encountered are all welcoming and invite you to their office hours, even if you just want to chat. This is important for all of you that are looking for research opportunities, as maintaining a relationship with a professor may just get you that position that you were looking for.
Number 6, bell curves rarely lower your mark. When I was first learning about UofT, the myth that was going around was that professors may bell curve their marks, so even if you got a good mark, it may be lowered. This hasn't been the case in our experience, as if the professors ever does apply a bell curve to our marks, it has actually raised them. It's a common misconception, so please don't let that stop you from applying.
Number 7, professors may want to maintain averages. This is a quite controversial topic, but there are professors and TAs that have explicitly said this to us in their lectures and tutorials. Oftentimes, the professor wants some set mark to be the average of the class, and this generally falls between 65 and 75%. As a result, if the class scores highly on a certain examination, the next one may be much harder in an attempt to lower the class average. However, if you keep up with your work and make sure you're prepared for the tests, you should be fine.
Number 8, you have access to the world's best researchers and institutions. One of the most notable discoveries made by UofT researchers was that of insulin, and it doesn't stop there. Since you are at this prestigious university, you get easier access to these brilliant scientists, which may allow you to live out your research ambitions.
Number 9, students are extremely competitive. This may seem obvious because of how hard UofT is, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. The drive and passion that comes with this competition allows you to meet like-minded people who want to achieve greater things. At UTSC, our experience has been very pleasant with people, but there have been instances where people at UTSG despise their peers because of their overly competitive nature and cutthroat attitudes.
Number 10, there are hundreds of clubs. Extracurriculars are very important, especially if you want to attend grad school. In comparison to other universities, UofT's has more clubs, but also more established clubs. If you don't find the club you're looking for, you can actually create one in about 2 hours worth of work. We actually did this in our first year of university by creating a club called Blankets for TO, a nonprofit that helps the homeless of Toronto.
Number 11, There aren't any true bird courses. You may have heard about bird courses on Reddit or Facebook pages. The truth is, they don't really exist. There may have been some instances where we have taken a course because of its perceived birdiness and then regretted it because of its difficulty. As we said before, the course and the marks depend on the professor, so be careful when you're taking courses just because they're easy. Instead, take courses that you enjoy and with professors you respect.
This brings us to the end of our video. We hope that you enjoyed it and it helps you make a decision about whether you want to attend the University of Toronto. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the campus or in the next one.